Hello, fellow type ones out there. This is Dr. Jody, and today I have a really special friend of mine who is a type 1 who I'm going to introduce you to. Her name is Katrina. There's
Hi.
Katrina. And Katrina found me, well, I guess a friend of yours told you about me several years ago.
Mhm.
And Katrina worked with me through my 3-month program, and she's been in my group calls, and we become friends. She's come to my retreats. And she and during COVID, lost her job, which was a very upsetting time for Katrina, if I can say so myself, right?
Well, just scary, right? For everyone, COVID. Yeah.
It was very scary. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the unknowns.
hmm
However, I want to really celebrate Katrina today and tell you her story. She completely made a major career change. And spoiler alert, she now helps people with type 1 diabetes, not in the same way I do, but maybe she can help you. So watch to the end, and we will get to what she's doing now with her life after that big layoff during COVID. So, but before we start, let me ask you, when were you diagnosed with type 1?
So I was diagnosed at the age of 11. So that was back in 1984.
Okay.
And
And that's almost 40 years ago.
yes, I'm going to be turning 50 this summer. So yeah. So exactly however many years. I can't do math. But yeah, it was quite a journey. We didn't have Dexcoms back then or insulin pumps, that kind of thing. And I really struggled with it. As a kid, as an adolescent, even struggled a little bit with an eating disorder version of diabetes. And when I was in college, and then, recovered from that, but still just struggled with it my whole life until I finally hooked up with Dr. Jody. And I give her credit with saving my life. And I think that that was in 2017 where I was having some trouble with my eyes from complications from neuropathy. And that really freaked me out. And so every time I tried to get better control over my life, I felt frustrated and would give up again. Like I'd try and give up, because I just really had fear of hypoglycemia, and it was difficult. So when I finally decided to reach out to this person I'd found out a few years before. I reached out to Dr. Jody, and she really helped me tremendously get the best control of my life. And also just, it was like decreasing the anxiety of living with diabetes for me, working with someone who understands what it's like to live diabetes and has hacked diabetes on herself, and all the logistical parts of it, right? The medical parts of it. But the other thing that really stood out to me was just the emotional support that I received from her. And so when I lost my job in the fashion industry after 20 plus years in the fashion industry, I just was like, my heart isn't in this anymore, and I really would like to do something meaningful. And that's when I thought of Dr. Jody and how inspiring that was to me. Like if I could do that for other people in a sense, and just help anyone who's struggling with mental health, even if it's not diabetes related, I feel like the mental health is so critical to our holistic well-being. And I love being able to do a part of that.
I am so inspired by your story, my dear. And so you're already leading up to where you're going. So you get laid off. You're like, what am I doing with my life? And what did you decide?
I decided to go back to school and get a master's degree in clinical psychology. And I'm now a therapist. I'm not fully licensed yet, but I'm an associate marriage and family therapist and an associate professional clinical counselor, which means I'm finally able to work in private practice with a supervisor. And I see clients.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
So proud of you because we met years into when I met you, I could tell your heart wasn't in the fashion industry. You know,
Mhm.
you had such a busy, important full-time job, but I mean, and then I secretly was excited when you got laid off.
I remember that.
I was like,
Yeah.
trust the process, right? You'll find a new avenue, and here you are. I mean, you guys changed towns, you sold your house, your
Mhm.
husband got a job, right? Like, I mean, obviously, he more so to support you, and your courage in your journey is really inspirational, and I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you are a big inspiration. And, I remember at times in my life asking like my endocrinologist if they knew someone, a mental health person who specialized in diabetes, and was told no. And I was like, that's crazy. And then I, try to find a therapist, and like they wouldn't want to focus on the diabetes. And I was like, this is a huge part of my life. You don't get it,
That
And
is so
so,
important what you just said.
yeah. And so, um, I think that working with you and then going back to school to with that one, I'm not only going to focus on diabetes, because obviously even people with diabetes have other things going in their lives, right? Grief, depression, anxiety, even if it's not specifically related to diabetes, like burnout or fear of hypoglycemia or an eating disorder, that type of thing. But yeah, so I'm super excited just to be able to support other people with type 1 diabetes. And I'll probably refer them to you for, all of the other stuff that I don't do, which is hacking the logistics. But your model of, mental health being such one of the 4 pillars, has always stood out to me, right? Like it's so easy to be hard on ourselves multiple times a day when we look at blood sugars. Like just the other day, I had like this crazy, my body must have been fighting something off. And I was like, why is my blood sugar so high? Because for so long, it's been so much easier for me. And it still happens. And you still go on this roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
So just learning to be more compassionate and kind with yourself while you're also working on learning how to take better care of yourself is really the formula for success.
You said everything perfectly. And so, what I'm so excited to announce right now is unfortunately, it's limited, but fortunately, for those of you in California, right? You want to take it from there?
Yes. Yes, I'm seeing clients in California, so you can look me up if you're interested in hearing more about how we could work together. You can email me. My website is katrinajohnsontherapy.com, and my email is katrinajohnsontherapy@gmail.com.
Perfect.
I'm sure Dr. Jody can give you my information too if you lose that. But yeah, reach out, and I offer a free 15-minute consultation, so I could hear about what you're looking for and if we might, be a good fit for working together.
Beautiful. And just because of logistic or legalities, she has to have people that reside in California, but you
Right.
can do Zoom with anybody in California. You don't have to
Yes.
see them in person.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
see people in person in Santa Barbara right now, even though I live in Ventura. So I will eventually also probably see people in Ventura, but right now I'm working in Santa Barbara a few days a week, and then the rest of my clients are virtual.
great. Great. Well, I can't say enough how proud I am of your journey, and not only your career journey, but your diabetes journey, and your commitment to make a difference in the type 1 diabetes world. And now you're with me helping other type 1s, which is such a beautiful thing. So thank you so much for sharing your story. I hope everybody is inspired, whether or not you live in California or not, that we type 1s really can, live a long and healthy life. And even if you're not a professional, I really do believe that anybody with a chronic condition like type 1, we become, more of a healing presence to other people because we have a deeper understanding of people's physical challenges and we can be more empathetic. So, so honor yourselves for living your type 1 journey and embracing every day the responsibilities that we have. And thank you for watching. And for anybody that is in California and would like some beautiful support from Miss Katrina Johnson, you now have a fabulous contact. So thank you so much, Katrina, for sharing your story today.
Thank you, Dr. Jody, for everything.
Well, I love you, Katrina. So thank you, everybody, for watching today, and have a beautiful day. Bye for now.
Bye.